Should first year teachers be concerned with so many teachers leaving the classroom and or quiet quitting? Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Cindy Lumpkin, and I happen to be a special education teacher who started her own school about 8 years ago. I do videos about education in general, and lately I've been doing lots of videos that inspire and advocate for teachers. And it's my goal to help you guys navigate what's next for you if you are deciding to leave the classroom, and or things to help if you decide to stay in the classroom. I've been getting a lot of questions from like really new teachers who are just graduating college, who will be going in the field, and or teachers who are currently still in college training to be an educator. And they're really concerned with all of the teachers leaving the classroom and quitting. And a lot of them there are thinking, is this really the field for me? Should I be concerned? And so recently I had a first year, or someone who is about to be a first year teacher, to ask if she really should be concerned about going into teaching in the fall. I came up with 5 reasons that she really shouldn't be concerned at all. And after pondering what she asked, I thought, maybe there are a lot of young teachers who are really asking themselves that. So I thought I would do a video on it. First year teachers should not be concerned with the great resignation that is happening amongst teachers, and or those teachers who are choosing to quietly quit. Number 4 is a good one. It's actually one of my favorites, so make sure you stick around to the end and watch the entire thing. In addition, if you are not a first year teacher and you are a veteran, please let me hear from you. You can add a lot to this question as well. Do you think first year teachers should be concerned with all of the teachers leaving? And what advice you would give them? So let me hear from you in the comments too. So let's go ahead on and jump into it. So number 1, you should not be concerned. Why? Because you still have job security. Okay, listen, we are in a really peculiar time right now. Everything is expensive, right? I wouldn't concern myself with all of those teachers who are choosing to leave, because you're gonna need a job and you're gonna need money, right? Being a teacher has always come with some level of job security. You may not always get your selection of school or grade level or what have you, but for the most part, you don't really hear about teachers going around looking for work, right? And even more so now, you're gonna have a lot of job security. So I say that's at least one thing that should ease your mind, right, about the teaching field. I'm sure it would be something that ease anybody's mind. That is one reason why I would say don't be concerned what everybody else is doing. You're gonna need to pay back those student loans. Teaching provides job security. And number 2, and this is really my favorite, it's really heartwarming. You will make a difference. That will not change. Teachers make a world of difference, right? And if you've chosen to be a teacher, if you have dedicated the last 4 years of your study training to become a teacher, that means you're really passionate about it, okay? And so I would say do not allow something that you are passionate about to be taken from you because you're seeing what everybody else is doing. Now, I get it. I truly do. You shouldn't go in with blinders on, okay? But here's the thing. What my hope is, what all of those other teachers are doing is really making it better for you. I think teachers are doing something now that should have been done. And if they would have done it way back when, or at least really advocated for themselves more, then we wouldn't be where we are right now. But the good news is, because tons of thousands of teachers are doing it now, that means you're probably not going to do it. And I really feel like maybe those teachers who don't have as many years of experience or those who are just coming into the profession, I really think things are going to change because of what is going on. So that would be a huge reason for me really not to be so worried about what other teachers are doing. Number 3, you still get your summer breaks. No teacher ever went to school just for the summer breaks. But who are we kidding? They are awesome, okay? What other job do you get as much time off, right? So the perks of teaching, one of the huge things that they did get right was this summer break. Because of that, I wouldn't be too concerned, but here's my advice to you. Don't get suckered into teaching summer school, okay? Man, I just did a video last week about things teachers should be doing with their summer. And one of them was not to teach summer school. I really feel like teachers need that opportunity to really unwind. And a lot of times when you teach summer school, it's like 4 to 6 weeks sometimes in different places. And so it just takes up so much of your time that you really don't get to have that in between closing one year and starting another year. So the benefit is summer breaks. But if you teach summer school, it goes out of the window. So stay away from teaching summer school. If you need money, there are other ways or other things that you can do to earn extra money. Do not teach summer school. And number 4, this is just the stone cold Steve Austin truth. You're in demand. Did you hear that? I said you are in demand. Listen, if I were you, I would go into my interviews with so much confidence and I would be interviewing the principal. You are in demand. Every school will want you, okay? There is a national teacher shortage. So you don't have to go in there worried about getting a job. I would be interviewing principals for my job. I really should have thought of some questions to tell you to ask your principal that most of us in my day wouldn't have dared to ask, right? I think one of the big things that you need to be taken away from so many teachers leaving is understanding why those teachers are leaving. You get those teachers why, and then you formulate some questions to ask your administrator or whomever is interviewing you about those things. Now, like I said, I told you not to walk in this with blinders on. There is certainly a reason why so many teachers are leaving the field of education, right? You shouldn't let that discourage you, but you should know what those reasons are. And then you need to ask questions about those things to those who are interviewing you. For example, a lot of teachers are really concerned with the way that discipline is handled. In my interview, and you should be asking questions. Don't point out like you're desperate, because you're not desperate. You are in demand. But serious, I would ask, well, what is discipline like at this school? How often are children disciplined? Or if there is a tiered level of discipline, what are they? So go watch a couple of my other videos on why teachers are quitting, and then you ask questions about those things so that you can see and understand how the administration in that particular school is dealing with some of the things that teachers have complained about. Ooh, another one, particularly if you are like a elementary school teacher, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, maybe. One of the big things for me now is the science of reading. There are a lot of schools who do balanced reading, but we are seeing more and more that approach alone is leaving lots of kids behind. But if you're in those younger grades, you should get a real good understanding of, what is the curriculum like, particularly as it relates to reading. And science of reading is where it's at. I would ask, do you train your teachers in the science of reading? I'm telling you, That's a good question. And number 5 is, as a teacher, especially in this era, you have so many options of where and how you teach. Man, like, you don't have to be the traditional teacher. Like, there's so many countries or so many teachers who are doing teaching abroad. Matter of fact, I know a teacher who actually retired from the system where I used to work, and now she's teaching in Dubai. Do you hear me? She is teaching in Dubai. I thought that was the just most awesome thing. And if my home life was different, I definitely would think about teaching overseas, particularly in Dubai. So in addition, if you want to be a virtual teacher, there's so many virtual schools out there now. And then you have your charters, public schools, private schools. Heck, I started my own school. But if you're interested in that, I definitely say go ahead on and get your feet wet, grow as a teacher, and then look into that. So there you have it. As a first year teacher, I do not feel that you should be concerned at all about all of the teachers who are leaving the classroom and some of those who are quiet quitting. However, do not keep your blinders on. Remember, understand why so many teachers are leaving so that you are aware, but don't give up on your passion. Don't give up on your dreams, because there are children who need you. And remember, you are not burnt out. And if you learn from the rest of them, you don't have to get burnt out, and you don't have to be in the situation where you are quitting your dream job. Okay, guys, I hope this was helpful. If you would, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. All right, have a good one. Matter of fact, I hope you are enjoying your summer break.